we just celebrated something, right?
We just celebrated 11 years of marriage, fam.
Yeah, 11 years, 11 years, you know.
One boy.
So it's been amazing. And we thought we would kick off just by talking about, our marriage journey, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Talk about how we met,
Our story.
engagements,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
First few years of marriage, a whole bunch of stuff learned there,
Right,
right?
right.
When kids came on the scene, and then
Oh,
just like
yes.
some lessons, right?
Yeah.
That we've learned over the
Absolutely.
years. So
Yeah, we've learned a lot.
yeah, so let's get to it. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
get
So
to it.
Jay, I'm gonna turn this first, piece over to you, and I want you to give, from your perspective. Let's talk about like how we met.
Okay.
Okay.
So, how we met? We were both attending Oral Roberts University in
Yep.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yep. Yep.
And we met, I believe, initially in the Saga, which was a cafeteria on campus.
Oh, okay.
You forgot about that already, didn't you?
I mean, I remember a different location. But okay. The cafeteria was
The
the first
cafeteria
time.
was the very first time.
Okay, gotcha.
And somebody introduced us, and they're like, "This is Chase, and this is Janet," and we're like, "Hey, how you doing?" Da, da, da. And I was just like, "Oh wow, he seems like a nice guy." But then I think what you recall is when we met in the fish bowl.
Yeah, I remember meeting in like this like student gathering place.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it's like
saying?
a
And
common
so
area.
yeah, and I remember meeting after like a urban youth outreach.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I was invited to Janet was serving at this urban youth outreach, reaching out to kids, in the city and such. And so a dude that I had just met on campus who ended up being one of my my dogs.
Mm-hmm.
He invited me to go to the outreach, and so I went, and then afterwards, everybody who had served at the outreach, they were at this sort of like gathering thing.
The fish bowl.
Yeah, and so that's what I remember. I don't remember the cafeteria thing as clearly.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was very brief.
Yeah.
So that's probably why you don't remember. So we met in this common area, and we found out that we had a lot of similarities as far as interests.
Yeah.
And dance being that interest.
Yep.
And, we both love to dance. Chasten, before he moved to Tulsa, he was a part of a mime ministry that traveled and did amazing things. And I did not dance on that large of a scale, but I had been dancing in church, in ministry for several years as well, ever since I was probably 5 or 6 years old. And so we both love to dance, both love music. And, that's really just how things kind of took off. We were just friends. We were just friends for 2 years. So just think about this. We were friends for 2 years. We did ministry together for 2 years. We served communities together for 2 years. We picked up kids on school buses to go to church for several years. Like, it's just all of these things just as friends. Yeah. And we were a part of an internship during the summertime. So we had met in 2008, and that summer of 2008, we were a part of an internship, urban youth and kids internship.
Yep.
And we spent a lot of time together as friends, of course. And I remember praying, and I was like, God, I would love to have someone like Chasten as my husband. At that point, I called him Chase. That was his name back then. Everybody called him Chase.
Yeah, the college name.
That's the college name.
Those days are over.
So I was like, at that point, I was like, Lord, in my prayer time, I'm like, Lord, I would love to marry someone like Chase. But I did not specifically say that I wanted to marry him. Right. I said that I wanted to marry someone like him because I saw his character. He was a man of integrity. He loved the Lord. He loved the same things that I loved. He loved people. He loved serving in the inner city and urban young people, and loved to dance. So just all these things. But for some reason, I didn't really think that we were each other's type.
Right.
Like, I was kind of tomboyish back then.
Yeah.
And I was a rap head, and I liked tattoos and all these other kind of things.
Yeah.
And Chasten was like more clean cut, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was just
It was just
different
different.
worlds.
Yeah. It was just different. But we both love God. You know, we both love people, and that's really
Yep.
really all that matters.
Right. Yeah. No, that's real. I mean, I remember that internship because that internship was the first time I was like, huh, Janet, you know?
Mm.
And but like Jay was saying, um, yeah, we were very different.
Yeah.
Very, very different at that point. So it's just sort of like some of the same wrestle of like, I don't know, like I don't,
Mhm.
I don't know if we are each other's type,
Yeah.
and all of that kind of stuff or
Mhm.
whatever. But we were still kicking it,
Yeah.
still
Good
kicking
friends.
it,
Great
still
friends.
friends, still had, um, good time together and all that kind of stuff. And the interesting thing is the summer after that internship, we actually started dancing together in the same, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the same dance group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And that went on for years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So not only were we like serving and kicking it at, the urban youth outreach, serving there weekly, even on staff together,
Yeah, we worked
at
together on staff.
at a church, all of that kind of stuff, doing those things together
Mhm.
and just kicking it, doing dancing, all it
Yeah.
just totally friends
Yeah.
for years, 2
Years.
years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think, so I'm sure the people want to know, like when did things change?
Yeah.
Right.